So what are your thoughts on all these people coming out here, calling for transparency, accountability for Jacob Servin?
It's powerful and it's important. And everybody should be concerned about their community and be disengaged. So I stayed here and listened to each one of them and every one of their voices. And I brought a team of investigators over here as well to interview anybody that had any statements that they wanted to share with law enforcement. So we believe in the power of the voice. The First Amendment is first for a reason, because we protect the rights of all of our individuals to raise their voice and to be heard, and to give a pathway for our community to see what's going on, to make sure that there's trust and transparency, and make sure that we have a process in which we can help people heal.
Did you have a chance to talk to Mr. Servin at all, or is that something where you got to keep separation?
No, I wouldn't be talking to Mr. Servin. That'll go through the traditional investigative process. So we're hoping that Mr. Servin will make a statement to our office and cooperate with the investigation. At that point, then we'll be able to make a determination and go forward.
One more question. There was some strong language, especially from Bobby Bivens, calling for the officers to be prosecuted, jail time. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's important that we wait and hear both sides of the story. It's easy to, in this day and age, to be reactionary and say that I don't have a report yet of any volume as to what occurred. So I cannot make a determination until we hear all sides, all voices, collect all evidence, video, audio, statements from other individuals in there, statements from people online, statements from people today. Until I have all that evidence in front of us, then we can make an informed decision. It's not about delaying justice, it's about getting to the truth of the matter. And so it's easy to call for that, but there is a moral and ethical obligation that every district attorney's office in the state has to go through, and that's to determine whether or not there's enough evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that a crime occurred, And that process sometimes is swift, sometimes takes a little bit longer. But we're collecting all that evidence, we're interviewing everybody that we can that is willing to cooperate with us. And it's imperative people cooperate and provide us with information. Anybody that was in the facility that evening, anybody that has information that they feel is of value, reach out to the district attorney's office and we will process that information and include it in its entirety in the report. When we are done, we release all of the information that we've received. We don't identify victims and witnesses out of respect for their privacy, but we do summarize their statements. And we also put the law and we discuss the law and how we made the decision, whichever way it is to go. I think what's important when it comes to criminal justice that we don't just automatically jump to one side or the other, but we wait and see what both sides have to say. Once we get to that, then we'll make a determination as to the charges going forward. So it's a process, and some people don't want to always wait for it, and sometimes it's difficult, but it's imperative that it be fair, and that's what we're trying to do right now.
One more question I just thought of, and I'll let you go. What about Mr. Servin's attorney calling for an outside agency, not so much just here locally? Some people are questioning, why is the Stockton PD, the DA, and the San Joaquin County Sheriff's conducting this investigation? Why not call in an outside agency like the state attorney general, someone that might be, quote unquote, unbiased?
Absolutely, and at any time you can do that. You can contact the Attorney General or the federal government, and we respect that, and we welcome them. If the Attorney General and the feds would like to become involved in this investigation, the door is open. We welcome them, and as a matter of fact, on several of our opportunities here with the officer-involved critical incidents, we've asked the Attorney General and the feds to review our report, to review our investigation, to make sure it was thorough, it was unbiased, and that we did so with the utmost integrity. And then we've asked them to review our decision. And in all of those cases, they have returned that we took the correct and ethical and legally correct pathway. So if at any time, on any case, anybody can make that claim, and we respect them and we respect their journey for making that. And we will work collaboratively with them, or if they want to operate independent, we will respect their journey and they can operate independently. But at this point, I believe that the protocol is an outstanding opportunity for us to work. It's transparent. We have multiple teams in place that are representatives from every agency, including the state, county, and city, that all work to ensure if at any time we believe that anything occurred that wasn't right, we would seize the investigation and move it. But all of those checks and balances are in place, and we invoke the protocol each and every time that there's a critical incident. And it has been a valuable tool to this community. It has been trustworthy. It just takes time to do it right, and that's what we're doing.